Hello, welcome to another DamsTV. I've not been doing many videos lately. I've just not been in the groove. Since Christmas I've been seems a bit of a slog to get even out of bed and get the jobs done that I've got going. But I do feel a bit better today. I feel a bit more lively. Liam's still his usual self. I mean, it weren't really from Christmas. I was alright after Christmas, and I've just had a bit of a 2 week, can't be bothered. Bit of the after Christmas blues, maybe. We're back at it. We've got a job to do today. We had yesterday off because that went wrong. I don't know what happened, but we weren't feeling it. So we're back at the job. Let me show you what we're doing. Right, so this is the job we're back at. This is the job where we're skimming over all the ceilings. Let me get my cameras not working proper again. So the customer has smashed all the coving off. And I think that's what he has done. I think he's used a sledgehammer. I'm going to have a go at taking the other stuff off because he's made a right mess. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to board over these ceilings because by the time I've repaired the edges and messed around, it's not worth it. You may as well just board over it and you get a much better job. And then I'm going to have to sort all the walls out anyway. Show you in here. He's done the same in here. Smashed all that out. Oh my God. Don't know what I'm going to do up there. That's not clear yet. And then, let me take you back into this is the one where there's coving still on. So I'm going to try and get this off and see. We'll see if I can get this off a bit neater than the customer. Good job I know him. But I think I'm going to have a go at smashing it off myself. I reckon I'll do a better job. Where can I put you? I'm going to put you here. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that for an angle. So I've got me PPE on. And what you want to do, come closer. I'll not start banging. Is literally bang like that and tap it along like that and underneath to try and break the seal. Right? Who'd have thought it? Right, hang on. I'll film up close. Just filming up close.
So you can see the difference.
It is moving. Whatever that.
Haven't you ever?
You're a prick. Woo! That's basically the method. So you can see, alright, I broke some of the ceiling, but that's going to get boarded and there's a bit to get off there. So if it all comes off like that, it could be better than what the customer did. So as you can see, we've got it all off. Took us about an hour and a half, maybe. An hour? No, probably an hour. It's about half an hour when I started. It's not 10 yet. So yeah. So that's not so bad. So all I'm doing now is going round and making sure that, see that on the ceiling and on the wall, all the bits are flicked off. I'm more concentrating on the wall because the ceiling, you can kind of smash up and it doesn't really matter because I'm boarding over it. So opposed to like the other day, you might have seen the video where I scraped the ceilings and skimmed them. In here, it's not worth it. By the time I've messed around and farted around with all that, it's just far easier just to overboard the whole lot. And it's done. Well, here's a blast from the past. Here's a blast from me when I get the camera going. I've put loads of this up in my time. British gypsum coving, gyprock coving. They even changed the design. No, it's not even like that. And what else I noticed is this house, a bit of history. It's joint taped. But then, if you look here, that wall is skimmed. I don't know about anything else. But the skirting board is different.
Probably a knock through, wasn't it?
It's probably all through, yeah.
It's been skimmed.
So that skirting board's different. That wall's been skimmed. But it does appear as though they've been skimmed, I must admit. But maybe they've not. Maybe it is just...
The wall where I've been doing.
Just this wall, you think, mate?
I think it's just that. It may have,
Yeah, possible.
it may have blended in, but it's unlikely.
I reckon, yeah, they've just put this wall up and skimmed it. Split it up. But oh yeah, that's what I was showing you. Look at these here. Oh, you'll remember them. If you're about my age and you've been plastering as long as I have. All the Lafarge nails. See if I can get a good shot. Can't even see. Can't see. Yeah. There, look at them. We've got a little L on them. Lafarge nails. Must have knocked about 1 million of them in. Alright, so as you can see, we've cleaned it all off around the edges now, a lot better. We need to strip this paper off maybe before we skim. But what the plan is to, there's 3 of these ceilings to do, so I'm going to get all 3 ready. And then I'm going to get all 3 ready and then skim all 3 tomorrow. So bits like this, I'll just float over all that. I'll just float over all that and get it flush once I've boarded this. So the plan is to board these 3 ceilings now and then go round and make sure they're all tidy and filled in with a bit of floating. And then we can skim the ceiling and bring the angle down. That's the worst bit in this room. Everything else is not too bad. There's a bit over there. So there's not a lot of floating in here. There's quite a bit in the other rooms.
I've cut that bit.
Cut that out, I'm not.
Right then, zoomy.
Have I explained now quickly? Then when we board, I don't have to keep showing you. See? I've got to try and make a bit of money as well.
Is your YouTube money not covering it?
No, I'm not. Sadly. Stand over there and I'll... Actually. Yeah, go on, stand near the door. So what you want to do, first thing, get a pencil. Get rid of the snips for now. And what I'm doing is finding the joist. Because it's already smashed out. There's one there, and you can see them. So there's one at that end, obviously. You can see the actual nails. But if you couldn't, you'd have to smash holes in and find them, wouldn't you? Kind of pays just to smash a little hole in. Obviously bigger than your finger, so you don't break your finger.
Is this at 400?
They'll be at 400, yeah, I think. Or 450 they'll be at.
Why 450?
I don't know. Oh no, they're not. They're at 400 left. You. Ah! First time.
So why would they ever be at 450? What measurement's that supposed
I
to
don't
be?
know why there's a nail there though. That looks like that could be a full board there. Oh no, it's not, it's just short. So 93 inches.
What are you laughing at?
Because I've not done centimetres, I've done 93 inches. And I know what you like for morning. So what I like to do, if you mark 93 inches, I use my flipping knife because my pencil's that small, it keeps going too deep in my pocket.
Anyone else would get a new pencil,
You wear the
but
van, I know.
no, you're too tight, aren't you?
No, I'm not. There's some in there, man. Right, so that were 93 inches. If I cut my board 93 inches, it'll hit that there. So what you want to do is just check that you're half, you know what I mean? Which is about right. It's not far off. Do you understand? Have you shown them? So do you understand what I've done there? I've measured from the wall, and that board there, there's all existing crack there, that's the edge of the board, so I've measured that was 93 inches. So I'll mark 93 inches on this side. Mark 93 inches on this side, just to make sure that my board is going to hit halfy. So the first board can go up there, so, and then actually then, coming from that end, so, hot off. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 boards in here. Right, so here we go, let's get a board up. Just make sure it's right against the wall. Check this end, and then you can screw it. But I don't know how many times I have to tell him. He never does what I tell him to do. I always tell him to put 4 in. Put 4 screws in, and then we can let go. Watch him. There's one, and he finds that, and misses, finds that, and then he arches around for a bit. I'm stood there like a lemon. So what's he put that there for? He's an absolute idiot. He would have come to this side and screwed it. I could have let go, and I could be cutting the next board. But I don't know how many times I have to tell him. He never does it. Oh, and his face is on. He might shout at me for that one. Might have to block him out. Right, we're happy there. Not bad that for boarding over. And now see what he does here. 1, that missed. That's in. That's missed. That one's in. That one's in. Oh, we've run out of screws now. Oh my god. Oh, he has some. There's only a few though there. Whew. Tell you, if I'd have done that when I was an apprentice, I'd have got battered. That's alright, Liam. You let go. You're alright. I'll hold this end. Just keep swapping hands as my arm gets tired. Look at my face. See, why is he going there? Why don't he come this side? Where I am and pin it up. Oh man, I don't know how many times I have to tell him. I'm ranting there at him. Look at me ranting. Right, that's it for today. So you saw me taking the coving off in this room. So I've took the coving off, scraped all the adhesive off, I've overboarded the ceiling, and then we've floated all the topping ready. Tomorrow we can skim. We've already scrimmed it, see, so we can just skim and flick out the ceiling, right? Right, welcome back to day 2. So the plan is, we're going to skim this ceiling, and we're going to skim this ceiling today first, because that thing is being, that fire is being tested this afternoon and serviced, so we want to be out the way. I've got to take my light down, and then we can get a gauge on. Got a couple of beads to put round that there. Bit of SBR to go on what we floated out yesterday. We've got to strip that bit of paper so we can fleck that in. And then the second gauge is this room. Wish me luck. Right, so Liam's just going round and SBRing round the walls. I'm going to rackle the ceiling on, and he's going to sort out flicking out the ceiling and blending that in. Not the ceiling, filling out the wall, I mean, blending out the wall to where the ceiling angle is. Yeah, I've sped it up a bit. I'm not really moving this quick. You can't tell though, but I've got my walk tall boots on. And I didn't fall this time. Not like the other time. Flipping heck, went right on my ass. So this is just me lashing it on. I filled my tapes out as always. You're always better filling your tapes out. And just get it lashed on. Work your way around. You're always better trying to get your lick into the middle of the ceiling. And then when you come from the other end, you just got in 2 licks, one way, one the other. But if you notice, what I tend to do is I put on and then flatten it and then neaten it up again with my third strike, my third lick, if you will. Just doing a bit round that light. So watch, I come forward off the wall, back, and then neaten it up. I should do it a bit slow, really. But you get the gist. And that's it, I'm round. So that's one circle, one lap of the ceiling, and the ceiling's on. It's a bit tricky over this. I think he's going to put another layer of bricks on top. Obviously there was coving there, so he's going to have to put another layer of bricks on. I can't do a lot with that up there. It would look better with another layer of brick anyway. So now this is laying in. It's not straight away. I did do something else. I think I put the hallway ceiling on and then came back to this and laid it in. So I put both ceilings on and laid in. While Liam is still messing around. I don't know what, he does some messing around, I tell you. Nice close up of my belly there. Look at that. You can actually see, if you look at the ceiling, you can see how flatter it is. Now I'm just laying in. Just laying it down nice and neat as I can. Someone said to me I don't seem to sort of fight or struggle with it. I don't really know the answer to that. You must be doing something wrong if you're fighting with it. Get it on, get it laid down, and then flatten it. I think if you put it on neat and you lay it down neat, and then your first trowel's even neater then, so every time you go over it, it's getting neater. So just try and take your time and get it on as neat as possible. but don't mess around. It's like the old saying, innit? Take your time, but hurry up. Belting. Go on, Damo, get it lashed on, lad. What are you messing around for? The work tall boots are really good at certain heights. Any higher than this and you'd be struggling, but they're just ideal for this sort of height. And that's why they're worth having in the van. A bench would have been too high, my stilts would have been too high. And I've ended up kicking an up round where you don't even need to worry about it. You just walk round with your walk tall boots on, and that's where they come into their own. Now this is the first flattener. Just tidy the edge up. If you look at the ceiling, just chasing that line away. Another close up of my belly for you. Nice and steady, flatten it off. Just a matter of keep going around methodically like that and just keep doing the same routine. And the plaster will be going off at the same rate then as you're going round. Clean the snots off while you're at it. Try and keep your angle neat while you're doing it. Or I'll tell you what, Liam is in the hallway. He's patching up in the hallway, save messing. Then he doesn't mess my angle up. So at this stage I'm just brushing the angle, which is doing two things. It's neatening the angle up and putting a bit of water on the ceiling just to help my trowel slide. And if you notice, every now and again I'm wetting my trowel as I'm trowelling up. Lovely, and I'm round again. Simple as that. Been an interesting job this. So I don't know if you've seen the video of me skimming over Artex. It's the same house, but downstairs once we took the coving off, it kind of wasn't worth it wasn't worth trying to patch the ceiling and patch the wall and then skim it all. It would have 2 cages. So that's why we just ended up re-skimming everything, reboarding everything, overboard the ceilings and skim up. But in this living room, they had a massive chair, a massive couch, worktops we had to work around, the fireplace. There was absolutely no room whatsoever. It was a nightmare. It was like a game off the Krypton Factor. Just fill out all my tapes, get round, get ready. Right. Get it lashed on. So now we've swapped, Liam's going to go into the dining room and patch round them. I'm going to get this ceiling on and then we're going to have a little mix just to get around this ceiling, just to get around these walls in here. Once my ceiling's gone in a bit, there he is, mixes his own little bucket. He didn't mix enough in the big bucket, so I just said to him, you've not enough there, you'll have to mix yourself a little bit. So I ditched the walk tall boots in this room because I had to climb over furniture and stand on furniture and all sorts. It would have been a nightmare. There you go, stand on couch, you'll be alright there, Damo. So you'll notice with this ceiling that it's not as methodical as the other one. It's a bit scatty where I've come from the wall. See, I've put that lick in. I've put that lick in to work to the lights to over the couch. So you might be thinking, why has he done that? Well, I've done it so that I can then come away from the wall and get rid of that line, see. I'm getting rid of it that way. And sometimes it pays you to put a daft lick in, you know, an odd lick that you wouldn't put in. But it does help. Give me the gauge, Liam. What are you doing? So now I'm carrying on with that lick because I can reach. I'm not got a settee there that I need to stand over, and I'm coming close to the wall. That bit of, if you look on the right hand side of the screen, there's like that white block near the door. That is actually a reveal into the bay window, and the camera's on the bay window. So I'm almost at the wall, if you will. So I'm pulling it away from the wall now. Just put that daft lick in again. It was an absolute nightmare, this room, I tell you. So now I've put an op up in between a couch and a chair to get that lick in. Oh, look at that big drag that I've dragged through, big blob. You're not leaving that, are you, Damo? There's another one. Oh my God, what am I doing? It mustn't be as bad as it looks on camera. Oh, I've just not seen it. Sometimes you get like a blob of stuff that's not quite mixed, or a bit of grit, and you end up dragging it through your plaster. It's horrible. Right, so here's another lick. I'm putting like a half lick in. We'll call it a half lick because I could reach from the wall to halfway if Liam's not screwed up properly. The screw sticking out. We'll let him off one. We'll let him off with one. So I'm coming along the tape there. So now I'm thinking I can reach from that far wall. I can reach mid-lick to that what I'm putting in now. It's just a matter of sort of covering it. If the couch weren't in, I could use the bench or even my walk-tall boots and get halfway. Because you can generally stretch a board and a half, or I can stretch a full board and a half board with one lick. Probably a bit further if I needed to. So I'm nearly around now anyway. Like I was just saying, you'll see me reach. Maybe I can't reach. Maybe I'm telling lies. We'll see. Yeah, I was telling lies. See, I've put a bit of a lick in there now. Because there where my right foot is, there's like a wooden chest or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but I'm using it to stand on anyway. I can't move it. Nightmare. Absolutely. As I'm watching it, I'm thinking it's an absolute nightmare. I wouldn't be doing this if this guy gives me so much work that I can't really moan. So I just done it. But if I walked up to this, I said to his wife, if I walked into here and there was all this stuff here, I wouldn't be doing it. It's cracking on a bit. It's nearly 4 o'clock. As you can see, it's a bit dark, but we've managed to get them all skimmed and all the edges blended in where they had the coving. This one done. I've just finished off this little bit here, going to the light. I've just finished off this little bit. We had to have a little mix, that's why we're late. We had to just have a little mix and finish off the blending in. Managed to get this ceiling on. As you probably saw, if you watched the video all the way through. Liam's done the blending in round. He's not done so bad. We had to do that twice because we filled it with floating up to the paper. Then when we stripped the paper off, we ended up with a lip. So we've had to sort of double skim that. But never mind. Live and learn. We'll know next time. Lovely jubbly. So if you've enjoyed the videos, as always, hit the bell, like and subscribe, get in the comments, tell me what you really think.